Now, I don't know what a lot of people have been feeling about Naruto lately, but if you're not liking Naruto at this point, then it's probably just too late for you to even try to get into it because now, obviously, it's coming up towards the end, which means the climax, it's already reached that and it's on just a slow decline. But to me, honestly, I'm still loving it. So obviously everything's over now, and by the way they started this episode, it kind of just seems like they really are rushing. Well, I'm not gonna say rushing, but they are just trying to get Naruto over with because as soon as it starts, there's no back talk, no flashbacks, anything like that, which Naruto usually has. It's Sakura and Kakashi find them instantly with their arms gone, and Sakura comes in to heal them. Sasuke says sorry. She tells him, "You better be sorry for all that you've done, you jerk." And after she heals him, they sit up, they talk a little bit. It shows Kakashi watching over him, and he says, finally, he's back to who he was. So now at this point, everything's back to normal. Sasuke has become pretty much the character who he was before, but now a little bit more lighthearted, simply because all that's happened and the bonds between him and Itachi and everyone else that he's met over time, all that is settled. He has a calm heart once again, which is also great to see in this episode. They released the Infinite Tsukuyomi, and it's Sasuke pretty much telling this backstory now of how him and Naruto came to be and how now they can completely read the pain of each other's hearts. And I know a lot of people don't really understand what that means when he says that, and you can interpret it any way that you want. But what I'm sure he means is the fact that we both know pain. We've both been through this growing up. We both lost our families. You lost yours before I lost mine. And we both have suffered this great depression throughout our life, something that has tormented us and created us in the way that we are today. It's shaped them basically, and that's what he's saying. And now he's saying we can fully read each other, which they could through an exchange of fists in battle, I'm pretty sure, but after they fought and just the emotion of it, because Sasuke said he was going to kill Naruto, of course, but that's not really what he wanted. We all knew that he was doing that just to try to break off that last bond so that he could turn the world into what he wanted to turn it into, which is just what he does. Sasuke isn't an evil character. Well, now he's not. He was an evil character, but it's just that he feels that there are certain things that must be done in order for him to protect the world the way he wants to. And while, yes, it's a lot misguided and a lot of things that he chooses to do are definitely wrong, it's just his way of wanting to protect peace at this moment. But anyway, it moves right along. After the Infinite Tsukuyomi is done, they go right to the funerals of everyone who's died, and we get to see Ino's dad, Shikamaru's dad, and we get to see Neji. They're all sad. They're all crying at the funeral. It didn't show Sasuke, so I don't even think he was there at the funeral. But then after that, all this happens in about maybe 10 minutes of the episode. And for the rest of the 20, we just get a backstory. Well, not really a backstory, but just what's going on with Naruto. And I thought it was awesome because this is stuff that we should have kind of got in the manga. It was just everyone showed up. They checked on him after he lost his arm. It showed Kakashi his first day in office instead of it going right to it and saying, "Oh yeah, now Kakashi's Hokage," which we knew was going to happen after Obito foreshadowed it. But still, we get to see him in office. We see him overwhelmed by the paperwork on his first day. We see Shikamaru when he says, "I'm going to step in and be the advisor of the Hokage." We get to see everyone checking on Naruto after the war, seeing that he's a hero now. We see him go back to the academy, and he sees the two people who helped to raise him, Kakashi and Iruka. We see him talk to them, and Kakashi says, "I would love to go ahead and appoint you to Jonin, but there's still so much material that you need." And at that point, he's assigned all these books, and we get to see classic Naruto flip out because he hates to read, he hates to study. He runs and tries to jump out the window, and then we get Konohamaru, who comes in with a great liner that Naruto told him back in the first series, which is, "There's no shortcut to becoming Hokage." From that point on, we get to see Naruto learning, and it's awesome to see that Naruto is a character who is honestly the exact same way that he was from the very beginning. Naruto is just a kind-hearted character, and it's never changed. And he's one who, if you're around him enough, he's definitely that person you can flock to. And I mean, we usually get that with the protagonist of all animes, but it's just interesting to see how much he's grown. That's the biggest part. How much he's grown and how much people want to be around him now that they know who he is. At first, they didn't want to be around him because it was just like, oh, you're a demon fox. You destroyed our people a long time ago, right before you were born or right when you were born, and now that thing's sealed inside you. But everyone just wants to be around him now. And that's one of the things that I love when it comes towards the end of animes like this, where you have a character who's shunned by everybody, nobody wants to be around him. Getting to see everyone come close to them and say, hey, you're actually a really great person. Thank you for all that you've done. You're amazing, blah, blah, blah. Just things like that. It really is great to watch. And I hate the fact that it's ending. That's the only thing I hate. But anyway, moving right along, it shows Sasuke. He's locked up in prison, actually, which I guess everyone expected. It showed him right after Gaara asked, how is he doing? And they have his eyes sealed up so he can't use the Rinnegan, and they have him in like one of those shirts that you wear in prison that keeps your arms tied. I don't know what you call them, but yeah, he's locked up. Towards the end of the episode, of course, he gets out, and once he gets out, it's pretty much at the end of the episode. He says, I'm getting ready to go on my journey now, and we have Sakura and Kakashi at the gate. Kakashi says to him, well, it's because of the role that you played in the war in helping everyone get out of the infinite Tsukuyomi, and just the fact that I became Hokage at this period in time, that plays a very big role in the fact that you even got free because of your crimes. And he says, I'm not going to do it again. You guys don't have to worry. And he gets ready to take off on his journey, and then we get the first Sasusaku moment, first actual Sasusaku moment of Naruto Shippuden. He pokes her on the forehead, and he tells her, you can't come with me. This is about me atoning for my sins, but don't worry. I'll be back pretty much. Sakura, thank you. And then we get to see him walking off, and we know pretty much that Sasusaku is going to become canon. And right before he gets out of the village, you see Naruto standing but next to a tree, and he looks at him, and Sasuke said, I didn't think that you were going to come to see me off, which I don't know why he would say that, because knowing Naruto, Naruto's always going to keep his eye on Sasuke. That's what this whole series is about. Him eyeing Sasuke, trying to help him overcome this darkness that has clouded his judgment. That's what the whole entire series, from Naruto episode probably 120 all the way up through Shippuden entirely, Naruto is all about him trying to save Sasuke, just with a whole bunch of other stuff happening in between. But yeah, he says, of course, I was going to see you off, pretty much. You're my best friend. And then we get to hear Sasuke telling the story again of all that he's done, all the wrongs he's committed, how he's sorry, and what it actually means to be a ninja, or so what he's thinking it is. And Naruto gives him back his headband, and he says, I can't believe you still have that thing, which we knew Naruto was going to keep it. It's Sasuke's headband. There's no way he'd ever dispose of it. But yeah, at the end of the episode, he takes the headband from him. We see that now their friendship is exactly where and how it needs to be. So we're getting to see that everything that Naruto wanted to do is starting to happen. And it ends off right at the very end of chapter 699, and I think it's awesome, man. It sucks that it's coming to an end. It really does. Like, I know a lot of us were complaining about filler, and some of you guys might be happy that it's going to be over, but I'm not, because the last few episodes have just been so amazing. I've loved it. I love Kishimoto for everything that he's done, man. Naruto has been a big role in my life. I just remember, like, we'd have to go somewhere when I was young, and my mom wouldn't let me stay home by myself to watch it. I would dread missing episodes of Naruto, and now years later, here it is coming to an end. The manga didn't really hit me all that much, because I'm just someone who likes to watch it more. I'll read the manga if I really like it, but just watching it and seeing it on screen, the visuals, the characters, it's so much more detailed than reading it in the manga, in my opinion. Now, if I want to skip the filler, obviously, yeah, I'll go through the manga, but it's just the fact that something that I love is coming to an end. It really sucks, and I'm hoping they somehow continue it when they're older. Of course, we haven't got to chapter 700 yet. I'm hoping they add at least 2 or 3 filler episodes of 700 so we just get to see everyone being an adult. They don't just show them for a minute or two and then all of a sudden, okay, this is what Lee turned out to be. Now we're going to switch to Gaara. Now we're going to switch to Kankuro, Shikamaru, whoever. I hope we get to see the structure of everything and the characters that they actually become before it ends. So that's just something that I'm hoping for. But as of right now, we've got a few filler episodes coming up. I don't know all of them in order, but it's going to tell the backstories, I'm pretty sure, of how these characters fell in love because it's coming from Kishimoto's novels. The first one is going to be Naruto and Hinata, and I'm pretty sure it's not going to be very long. It's probably just going to be them knowing each other as kids. That's what the preview showed, because if you want to know how they fell in love, you can just go watch the last. So, yeah, that's what we got going on for the next probably 3 or 4 weeks, a couple filler episodes of Naruto, and I'm happy with that. As long as they're good, as long as the animation is great, the storytelling is great, I don't mind filler. So that's what we got going on with Naruto, and I don't know, it'll probably be over before this year ends. If not, probably in January, I'm pretty sure, if they decide to end it and don't add a bunch of fillers. But yeah, I'm happy with Naruto right now. I'm sad about the fact that it's going to end, but yeah, it was a great episode. I highly recommend it if you guys haven't watched it, so please go check that out. And I'm Animated Heroes. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. You got to be here because you like Naruto, so thumbs up the video. Subscribe to my channel below if you haven't already. Follow me on everything that you see listed below, Twitter, Facebook, all that stuff, Tumblr, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.